For the April Acceleration Academy, I wanted to focus on the Pythagorean theorem, which is a grade 8 standard that is taught across the district. So knowing that I'd have kids from different schools, I wanted to pick work that they all would be able to do that would be accessible. So the morning was review and then an art-based project, and then the afternoon was dedicated to the kids building and designing their own middle schools.
In our program, we were working on the Pythagorean theorem and how you can use the right angles to create buildings and like a Pythagoras tree and stuff like that, and the wheel of Theodorus and stuff like that. So this is my school. It's called Chegwi, and our motto is I'll check you, you'll check me. Chegwi. And our mascot is Cheggy. He's an egg. I decided to use like kind of a base of like green life for my school like that. So we have a greenhouse if you choose to like go into our like gardening elective, and all the like produces from the greenhouse will go to the cafeteria so that they can make food with it. Our cafeteria also has like an outdoor seating area, and this is a garden right here, and a tree. I like the tree, but anyways. We also have solar panels to like encourage like green energy and like reduce, reuse, recycle. And this is our elective building. Inside of it we have like different elective like culinary arts. It's also kind of like an expansion of our greenhouse. And we have other things like music, art, and it also kind of like expands this way into like kind of like our sports area where they have a track field and a football field. Inside on the first floor of my larger main building, there's a pool.
The buildings, they spent the first day researching the components of middle schools that would have the best kind of learning environments. So we talked a lot about open spaces, we talked about furniture, we talked about the kind of windows and the glass that should be used in terms of security. And then we talked about if they could have whatever they wanted, what would they have? So there's one young man who's not here, he's at STEM, Zaire. He wanted his middle school to be shop-based. So he wanted middle schoolers to have access to the different kinds of shops so that when they went to Dean, they would have more of an understanding. And then my other friends wanted to focus on sports, on art, technology. So they really were very deliberate in what it was that they wanted for themselves and for other middle schoolers.
During spring break, we were told to make our own idea of a school we would want to have built. So, and then we were thinking of a focus, and I thought of the one thing that I actually like to do, which is technology and coding. This helped me because I actually had to use math to be able to build everything without it being too big or too small.
We also I'm very much a proponent of arts integration in math. So we did 2 projects. One of them is called the Pythagorean Tree, and all the kind of negative spaces, the white spaces, are all right triangles. And the boxes, if you were to add up the areas of the 2 smaller boxes, it would equal the area of the larger box. So it's just kind of Pythagoras all over the place. So here's a couple of examples of Pythagorean trees that we made. And these what's amazing about these is that they go on forever, and they're actually something called fractals. So they just kind of split and keep going and going. And then the second project we did is called a wheel of Theodorus, and that's a spiral design, and the kids have to calculate the length of each of those kind of longer parts. And by doing so, it creates this natural spiraling effect. And the beauty of the Pythagorean theorem is that it shows up in nature, and it shows up in spirals. So these are some spiral-based designs that the kids came up with. I believe this is Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy. And then this once again is the gentleman from STEM, Zaire. And then this is another student from Thomas made.
This is like a middle school from 6 to 8. It's called Western Mass School of Athletics. It's a sports school based on sports is what this school focuses on. They have a football field right here, and they have a basketball court. So they have like, this is the building. So they just focus on sports. Like a school like this could be good for like Holyoke schools, or like kids from it's a middle school, so like kids from like Springfield, Chicopee come over here for this middle school, big building.
It was really wonderful for them to kind of take ownership of what it is that they want, as opposed to the adults dictating and saying, we are going to create a middle school, this is what it's going to look like. So it was nice for them to do something hands-on and to build and create and explore. I just said, here are the scissors, here are the hot glue guns, here are popsicle sticks, oak tag, and they all created what spoke to them. So I had nothing to do with what they came up with. It was really their vision. Art and math go hand in hand, and I really always try to incorporate some kind of arts integration. So I really am a proponent of it and advocate for it a lot.